If you're frustrated that you can't find any flights to use your points on, then good news. Today I'm going to be breaking down with you exactly when you should start looking for business class reward seats. This means if you have Qantas points, you'll know exactly when you should start beginning your search so you can find those reward seats and book them before anyone else. Now, before I get into the video, if these sort of videos are helpful to you, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and also if you left a comment letting me know that it's helpful. So with that in mind, let's get straight into it. Now, I am going to share with you 4 different times for you to start your search looking for these reward seats. The first time that I want to bring up is going to be last minute bookings. Last minute bookings are particularly effective for those very rare business class reward seats. Examples of this is going to be flights to America, flights to South America, flights to South Africa. Any sort of long haul international business class seat where these cash prices are usually around $10,000, last minute searches are going to be your friend. Now, what I mean by last minute searches is looking for flights 24 hours prior to departure or up to about 4 weeks prior to departure. The reason why airlines release tickets last minute is because at the end of the day, these airlines are in the business of making money. Airlines understand that people are willing to pay thousands of dollars in order to avoid flying in economy. But at the end of the day, airlines are still in the business of making money. So if they get closer to departure and they have a look at the seat map and they think that there's going to be some spare seats available, they still want to maximize their returns. So they are going to release some reward seats in order to entice people with points to book those seats. Airlines need full planes in order to run at max profits. So if they can get a full plane by dishing out reward seats, then they will do it. Now, another time to start looking for reward seats on low value redemptions, for example, Jetstar flights, in particular, flights that regularly go on sale. So for example, Brisbane to Bali, Melbourne to Phuket on Jetstar, these low cost carrier airlines, these sort of tickets, whether it's in economy or whether it's in business class, the best time to search for these sort of redemptions is almost any time. If you jump onto the Qantas Frequent Flyer program right now and you're looking for Jetstar flights in economy or business class, domestically or even short haul international, chances are it's going to be somewhat easy for you to find these reward seats. You don't have to be too strategic with finding these flights, and the reason behind that is because they offer very, very low value. For example, if we're booking a flight from Sydney to Brisbane on Jetstar, you're getting about 1 cent worth of value for every point that you redeem. Very similar redemption values, even if we go short haul international, such as going to Bali. When we use our points on Jetstar, we're only unlocking about 2 cents worth of value for every point that we redeem, meaning the airlines release an abundance of these reward seats in order for you to use your points on. This is a trap. If it's possible, avoid using your points on these low cost carrier airlines. Instead, when we redeem them on flights long haul on premium airlines such as Qantas or Emirates, we're going to unlock somewhere between 6 to 10 cents worth of value for every point that we redeem. In order to find those better redemption values, we can start looking 6 to 9 months in advance. Now, to be honest, 6 to 9 months in advance, we're only really going to capture cancellations from people randomly canceling their trip. So you might find the odd seat here and there, or we rely on the airline releasing some random batch release. On routes such as flights going to Tokyo, Honolulu, Singapore, or even Hawaii, you'll notice around 6 to 9 months in advance, there will be a handful of flights available for random dates. Reward seats are released around 11 to 12 months in advance, depending on your status. But to be honest with you, even if you are looking as soon as those reward seats get released, it's often sometimes very difficult, even searching 11 months in advance. The reason behind this is because Platinum members get first dibs and they get access to all of these reward seats before anyone else does. This means for those in-demand routes such as, for example, Sydney to Los Angeles or Sydney to London, the Platinum members are snapping them up before we even get to see them. Now, the good news is for less popular routes, for example, Sydney to Malaysia, like Kuala Lumpur, right now there are plenty of reward seats available 11 months in advance. Platinum members don't really rush to these sort of redemptions. They are mainly looking for Los Angeles or London. So for those non-popular routes, 11 months in advance is great. For those more popular routes like Tokyo, Singapore, Hawaii, 6 to 9 months in advance is usually the sweet spot. And for those really popular routes, Los Angeles, South Africa, South America, you want to be looking last minute. Now that we know when these reward seats are available, you do have one final problem, and that is you are competing against me and the members in my Patreon group. Every single day I scan the entire Qantas and the Velocity website searching for the best business class reward seats possible, and I share that data with the members in my Patreon group. Now, if you don't want to try to compete against me and the members who are getting access to my reward alerts, go ahead and join us. The link is in the video description. I would love to see you in there. You'll also get direct access, one-on-one help with me through the DMs. So if you do have any questions specific to your trip, you can go ahead and message me. That is all for today's video. I will see you in the next one.